Hello everyone, Noto Addiction here, coming at you with another video. And in this video, I'm going to discuss why I quit drinking alcohol and became sober. If you're new here, or you already been here, you can go ahead and click that like button, go ahead and comment, go ahead and subscribe, and click that notification bell. And if any of this resonates with you, if this helps you, just go ahead on and subscribe to the channel so you can be along for the journey. We all struggle with addiction from time to time, people. From time to time, we all have something that always holds us back, some type of monkey on your back. And that type of monkey on my back was alcohol. And it had a real big stranglehold on me for a long time. Now, the thing about this is, you wouldn't even really know that it has a stranglehold on you until you go through a whole bunch of situations that you wouldn't even think that would be ruining your life, but it really is slowly. It's almost like a silent killer. And it doesn't always mean a physical killer. You see, it all started for me when the first drink I ever had was a Cisco. I went there trying to be cool with my friends. The corner store was the only one that let me get a drink at 15 years old. And the first thing I saw was this red bottle of Cisco. And that was the first drink I ever had. And ever since then, that's when it began. Became a very compulsive drinker. I was always drinking. The thing is, it took over me because I always had to do everything I had to do, had to be involved with drinking. I always had to have some type of alcoholic beverage. I almost didn't want to do anything normal without being able to drink. It's like, oh, do I have to go here? I have to go here. No, I can't. I don't want to do that if I can't drink. Oh yeah, nothing was exciting anymore if I couldn't drink. That's how serious it was for me. That's definitely how serious it was. And I didn't know it was like that because when you're in the moment, you're just having fun. You don't think that nothing's wrong. You don't think that anything is going on with you. You just feel like, oh, what I'm doing is the right thing. I'm having fun. Oh, everybody else is doing it. Doesn't mean anything. But one thing I did notice is that when it comes to this addiction right here, when it comes to this, there are no safety in numbers. And that's one thing I had to finally come to terms with longer, like later on. But let's get back to the story. So I was always drinking, always. I've been to the point where I could just sit right out on the front porch and just drink, and didn't need any outside stimuli. Oh, I'm not going out tonight. Oh, I don't want to go out into the world and have any fun. I can sit here and drink and be right on my phone. I used to drink alone a lot, so it was to the point where alcohol was beginning to get in every facet of my life. It was starting to take over every facet of my life. So everything was just being constantly promoted by my alcohol usage, my alcohol indulgence. So when it came to that, now one thing I was good at doing was going to work. I was able to go to work. Yeah, I was good to go to work. Yeah. But the thing is, the whole time I'm at work, I'm thinking about the drink I'm going to have when I get off of work. Yeah. See, one thing I didn't do was try to drink at work. I never went that far because that would mess up the money that I would need to get the drink. And then of course you want to live and be able to have something too. So yeah, I never let that mess that up. But eventually it ended up getting into that simply because of me being hungover. Me being hungover ended up making me want to call out of work. Yeah, I called out of work a lot of times from being hungover, and that became a big problem. So I ended up getting too many points at one job, and they just had to let me go. They said you're a good worker, but we just have to let you go. Had too many points. If you had this, a lot of jobs have a point system, and if you're absent, you get half a point. You get 8 points before you're terminated, and I ended up getting that because I was calling out too much when I was hungover. Yeah, I would always go into the job like when I sometimes I'd be hungover, but I would work and I'd be just fine. But the thing was, it was something holding me back. Just regular events, I just had to drink. It was just affecting me. It was affecting my decision making. I was getting mad and have a whole bunch of episodes. Oh yeah, I went off on a lot of people off that liquid courage. But of course, I had the strength and everything to back what I was saying up. But the point that I started it in the first place is just messed up. Like a person can have a different situation, but when I'm drunk, I make that situation my situation. Even if I didn't know that person, I feel like, oh yeah, I was that type of guy. I was the rage dude when I was getting alcohol. Either you either get two sides of me. You either get really, really nice to me, well, I'm shaking your hand every 5 minutes, every 2 or 3 minutes, or every time I see you, or you're gonna get the rude me. It was really no in between with that. Whenever the liquor was involved, because I eventually got to liquor. I went straight from the Cisco straight to liquor. I couldn't. The beer was too weak. The Cisco was 17% alcohol. That's what I started on. I didn't start with the MDs and the regular beers and the Sledge malts and none of that. I ain't built my way up. I started from there and went straight to liquor. And well, guess what kind of liquor I was drinking? Skol vodka. Oh yeah. I was scraping up when I didn't have money to the point I was drinking Skol vodka. I'm talking about the cheap kind, cheap liquor. Got you right there too, got you right together. But the thing was, I wouldn't know my limits because I'm always drinking. I never gave it time to settle in. And usually when I'm done drinking, everything just hits me at the same time. And I become a whole different person. See, the thing was, that's what alcohol does to your mind. It makes you feel like you're a Superman. It makes you feel like you're someone that you're not. But you don't notice that because you're so into that character. Once you transform into that character, nothing is wrong. This is why we defend it so much when somebody says, oh, maybe you should slow down. No, you're not going to slow down. That's the other person talking to you, the drunk you, the one that's been affected all these years by whatever you were drinking, the poison that you've been putting into your body. And that's what I was doing. This is why I had to stop. I ain't gonna never forget when I was in the parking lot, laying down, face down, getting mad, beaten down. I'm talking about, and the day before that, I was at a club, right? So alcohol make you a lot friendly, make you more sociable. So I'm around there talking to dudes, chilling, whatever. I'm up in a truck with this dude, and we riding to another club with a group of friends that I knew was going. They was carpooling too, or whatever. I was like, I'm not sober. I'm not this friendly. I wouldn't even spoke to that guy if I was sober. But that's what got me into it. I'm getting mad at the dude because he wouldn't pay for my way at the door. So I stormed off. And I was going to his truck, right? I'm telling him I was trying to demand him to take me home. And his lady was coming over. And I was trying to make him take me home over going to have fun with his own lady. You see what I mean? I was just so selfish. You see what I mean? It took me to a whole different person that I didn't want to be. So after he refused that, I went walking off. I was mad. I got on Facebook Live sitting in front of McDonald's trying to knock on their window to use their phone because my phone wouldn't do something. I don't know what it was. I was just sitting there getting mad, begging at the window, begging on the ground because I was mad. And then all of a sudden I walked off the property and I walked over to a property with an empty parking lot, and I was laying face down on the ground, just mad, beating at the ground, mad, and just laying there. And then I thought about it. I knew this is when it didn't happen. It didn't hit right then and there, but when I thought about it the next morning, that's when I knew that I had to stop. I had to stop. That's not me. And if I didn't stop, I would eventually end up getting myself hurt or possibly getting myself killed. Because that is not the character that I exhibit sober. And I cannot sit there and say that is me. I couldn't accept that. I couldn't accept the fact that I couldn't just sit there and be like, me, this is you drinking. If this is what you want to keep doing, this is not you. And I had to accept that that's not me. I'm not going to sit back and believe that all this behavior that I've been doing is me. I had to accept that. So that's why I had to stop. If you guys want a part 2 to this, or I'm going to create a series. And if you want more content, just go on and let me know this in the comment section. It's Noto Addiction here. Come to you with another video. And if you're enjoying the content, go ahead and go ahead and comment, go on and subscribe, and click the notification bell so you can be notified whenever I drop a video. Remember, anybody can overcome addiction if you're willing to work at it. I'm out.
I'm all out of favors. Don't ask for nothing, had enough. They driving me crazy. And all I did was show them love. They turning to haters. As soon as I would tell them no, don't ask for nothing, had enough. And all I did was show them love. I did so much stuff for some people, they came up and now they never will admit it. They took all advantage of me.